It's time for a cup of coffee with Will and Chris at Slumberland Furniture. From Slumberland Furniture in Osage Beach, here are your hosts, William Holtz and Chris Schneider.
Howdy ho, Ranger Joe. It's Wild Will and Uncle Chris here at Slumberland at the lake, and a great cup of coffee we have again.
Absolutely. Is there ever a bad cup of coffee? There's never a bad cup of coffee.
Sometimes I don't put enough cream or sugar in it, but it's still a cup of coffee, so we'll take it any way we can get it. We're going to talk about our favorite program of the year, Homes for the Holidays through Slumberland at the Lake, and Scott's Concrete is back. We're going to talk about 12 Days of Christmas. I'm doing a win. We got some great prizes.
Yeah, how about that? You're really spending some money on that, man.
And our sponsors and our partners are helping out. And listen, I got to say now, Chris, you are not eligible to win any of those prizes.
I know. I don't know. I'm going to have to go in under a different name maybe and, sneak through.
Well, we'll see about all of that. Plus, we're going to have my good buddy Thatcher Waymeyer. Listen, they're having the first annual Spoonbill snagging tournament with a $10,000 big fish prize coming up.
How about that? That's cool.
Yeah.
You got to see that because he's really a cool guy.
Super cool guy, professional angler. He's going to tell us about this tournament coming up. Plus, our friends at New Spring Wellness Center are going to give us some tips for staying healthy. Notice there's sickness all around us this time of year.
Yeah, this year especially.
Going to give you a few tips to keep you healthy, that and your family, plus our hometown heroes, and a whole lot more on this week's Cup of Coffee.
Hey everybody, Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. I just got back from vacay, had a good time, but when I got back, I had specific instruction. I've got to reduce the inventory. So from now to the end of the year, we've got some great deals on existing inventory. Come check it out, save lots of money, and get great deals. Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake, where we're bringing happy home.
Alrighty, so we got to tell you about Homes for the Holidays. We've talked about it for years and years and years, and Slumberland Furniture partners with Scott's Concrete and the help of KRMS and Lake TV hops in, and they donate 150 twin or full-size mattress sets to children in the lake area during this annual Homes for the Holidays mattress giveaway, and how you can participate. Maybe you're sitting out there, you're like, hey, I know of this single mother or this family that's come on hard times, and maybe they're sharing a bed or they're sleeping on the couch or on the floor. Listen, this program is for you. All you got to do is call or text 660-890-5530, that number there right on your screen, and you got to wait for a call or a text back. There's still plenty of beds available for this program, and it's all month of December. Deliveries are going to start December 21st, so you've got about a little over 10 days still to get registered and see if you can't get a free bed for someone in need. But man, what a cool program, and it's grown to massive proportions.
You know, I mean, we're blessed enough to know the wonderful folks, Jane and Scotty over at Scott's Concrete, and Jill and Daryl over here at Slumberland Furniture, and their hearts are so amazing. I mean, they love helping these kids out, these families out every year, and they all do so much for charity that we never know about, that you never get to see. This is just one of the things that we do get to see, and it's pretty cool, pretty amazing, and it'll bring a tear to your eye.
Yeah, you get a little glimmer, or a little glimpse into the giving hearts of the Martin family and Jill, Daryl, and the entire crew at Slumberland. Because when they started this back in 2012, it was about 20 beds a year, and now up to 150 this year. But throughout the year, they're also helping out the local schools, the local charities that need beds, need bedding, need furniture, whatever it is. Jill Ray and Slumberland Furniture, and Jane and Scotty Martin with Scott's Concrete, as good as it gets. And listen, that may be you, and that's why this program is out there to help you. There is no shame in needing a little help. Again, that number on your screen right there, 660-890-5530. Call or text, it's that easy. They're gonna call or text you back and get you set up. And they even deliver these starting on the 21st.
And think about how important sleeping is, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone through a time in your life when you had a hard time sleeping or didn't have something to sleep on?
Yeah.
Well, that's the situation that some of these kids are in,
Yeah.
where they don't have beds, they're sleeping on floors, or, even worse. And so that's what Slumberland Furniture and Scott's Concrete trying to make sure that doesn't happen. It's just a good, perfect time to do it over the holidays.
And you're exactly right. You hit the nail on the head. The difference that makes and getting a good night's rest before you as a 7, 8, 9-year-old kid go into the stress of getting on the school bus and going to school and dealing with all the things you have to deal with if you tack on not getting a good night of sleep and being groggy and not well rested, you're not going to perform as well. You're not going to be yourself. So that's a great point how important a good night's rest truly is. And so Homes for the Holidays underway. We're excited and we'll keep you posted on that. Speaking of the holiday season, Joe Ray, Scotty Martin are not the only ones that love to give stuff away. A little bit different.
You like to give stuff away.
We love to give stuff away. And so I've realized, we did a lot of coverage last year on some stuff that wasn't real popular in Silicon Valley. And so I earned myself a shadow ban, whatever the heck that is, on Instagram so no one sees anything. And so we're working on increasing engagement on my social media platforms, my personal. And so on my Instagram, at William_Lake TV, starting December 14th through December 25th, we're going to have some awesome stuff given away every single day on the 14th through the 25th. There's going to be something up for grabs, and you can be eligible for every single prize. And then on the 26th of December, we're going to give away all of those. And if you win one of the 12 days of Christmas, you then get drawn for the grand prize that we're giving away from right here at Slumberland at the lake. Going to be a pretty big prize. And I just want to give you a little preview in case you're like, I'm not going to follow that Yahoo on his social media and see about his stupid sports cards and all that goofy stuff. Well, look, we've got a pretty good giveaway for our first prize.
Not bad, a Keurig there, huh?
Not just a Keurig, you're also going to get a Lake TV.
Right.
You match Uncle Chris's
just
there.
Like ours. That's
if you want to be like
Yeah.
Uncle Chris. And then you also get one of our campfire coffee mugs to go with it for in the office, in the car, and then a box of chocolates from our friends at Osage River. And there'll be some other stuff added to this. So look out December 14th at William_Lake TV. That's going to be the first prize. But Chris, listen, we've got the second prize, $100 gift card to Quick Car. We have $100 cash. New Spring Wellness Center, $350 couples drips treatment. So you and your partner go in and both get a drip. You think those drips help?
Yeah, I just got back from there just before the show. I was over at New Spring getting an IV drip.
And
nice.
you look really awake and alert and
I'm kind of glowing, right?
You look young today. Not that you don't always look young, but we have Chiefs tickets, Mizzou tickets, Ozarks amphitheater tickets, another Keurig machine, and the grand prize from here at Slumberland is going to be pretty big. So you definitely want to plug in for that. That's the 12 days of Christmas. And finally, I had to do that so I could get Andrew to follow me on Instagram.
Really?
He won't follow me on.
He's living with you. I don't know why he's not following you on Instagram.
He gets enough of me. He goes, I'm not following you on social media. So he's going to follow me till the 26th and then unfollow me. But hey, I'll take what I can get.
That's a weird relationship between you, Unique, and Andrew, right? And then the kid. It's like, wow, okay.
Best of friends that anyone could have. Chris, you're jealous that you don't live with us.
That's right. Yeah, jealous.
All right, so listen, you got plenty of time to go follow me on Instagram and get ready for that 12 days of Christmas.
And where do they find you on Instagram?
At William_Lake TV is my handle. We put it up there on screen. But listen, hey, we got a pretty cool event coming up in March. You've heard of the Big Bass Bash.
Oh, yeah.
And Crappie Masters USA and FLW. They all have a lot of events through the lake. We're going to bring on a professional angler, Thatcher Waymeyer. He's with Real Deal Fishing Guides, one of the top guide services here at the lake. But they're putting on a huge spoonbill fishing tournament.
Thatcher?
Thatcher.
You don't hear too many guys named Thatcher.
No.
That's cool.
But for as fascinating as his name is, he's actually even more fascinating. So we're going to take a break, and we come back. Thatcher Waymeyer from Real Deal Fishing Guides after this.
Are you ready for some hoops? Lake TV brings you the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. Throughout the entire month of December, we'll get season previews from 13 local high school basketball coaches. So join us at 10:02 a.m., 2:02 and 6:02 p.m. for the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show.
And back on Cup of Coffee, and as promised, our guest this week is Thatcher Waymeyer with Real Deal Fishing Guides. Talk about an upcoming tournament, first of its kind. But before we get into it, Thatcher, tell us and people watching a little bit about Real Deal Fishing Guides.
Yeah, Real Deal Fishing Guides is a company, a guide business that I've started personally, and I have some help behind me with a lot of great anglers. We specialize in targeting numerous amount of species, crappie, white bass, walleye, but we're gonna get into something very interesting here in a second that we have some upcoming events coming up. But if anybody would like to look into having a guide trip for a birthday party, Christmas is coming up, it'd be great. You know, that'd be a good present. If you don't know what to get somebody, get them a guide trip, Real Deal Fishing Guides.
And this time of year, you're saying, hey, it's a good time of year. People always ask, do the fish bite in the winter?
Yeah, right now they're feeding up. They're really eating a lot they got to put on some weight for the winter, kind of saying. So last week was very, very good. The bite is phenomenal right now. We've been targeting a lot of crappie lately, catching big crappie and a lot of good eating fish. You book a trip with me, you do not have to bring anything, just something to drink. I supply the rods, the reels. Now, if you have a special rod that you're comfortable with, by all means, bring it. At the end of the day, we go back to the dock. I clean all your fish and send you on your way. That way you can go enjoy your meal.
Okay, so let's play hypothetical. Will, who doesn't fish, never been fishing, I call Real Deal Fishing Guides and I say, okay, hey, I've never been out there, I don't own any of my own equipment, but I'm dying to catch some crappie and fry them up. How does that process look with you?
Yeah, you call me, you can contact me personally or book online. We'll set up a time, a date, a place to meet, because fish will move throughout the lake, and then I always want to keep you in the best spots where they're biting and we have a good time. And then you don't have to supply anything. If you don't have any knowledge, like I'm here to teach you also, but we will have a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And so we'll get out there, you'll teach us the right rod to use, the right bait to be most effective, and heck, you're even taking us to the hot spot on the lake where you've tracked these fish to be biting aggressively. Okay, so we've heard of crappie and bass and catfish, but there's other fish at the lake, and you guys are launching the first of its kind Spoonbill snagging tournament here at the lake. So what makes fishing for Spoonbill different from, say, crappie, catfish, or bass?
What I like about Spoonbill is it has a season from March 15th to April 30th. So there's a small window, where people plan vacations to come catch these prehistoric dinosaurs. They're the great white shark. If you're fishing in the ocean, like these are the biggest fish, fight hard, a lot of fun, fast action. These fish don't bite a bait. You're dragging a bare hook through the water to catch these fish. It's snagging, and the reason that we want to put this tournament on is that everybody has an opportunity to win $10,000 for the biggest spoonbill.
Wow, that's a massive prize. And so you told us what's at stake, $10,000, but tell us some of the details. What is the format? When is it? Where is it? And how can we get registered?
You can register at lakeozarkfishing.com. You can contact me personally, 573-789-6262. Call me, text me, be more than happy to answer any questions. The tournament will be out of Wigwam Public School Boat Ramp, which is in Ivy Bend. The 65-mile marker if you're coming by water. You do not have to launch from that the morning of the tournament. You can put in anywhere on the lake. The fish has to be alive with no rope marks, and we'll have judges. People will have to do the polygraph. We have to do that just to cover all criteria. But
so you gotta, it's at Wigwam, but you don't have to put in it at Wigwam that morning of, anywhere around Lake of the Ozarks, so long as you're registered. And then is that all day, that tournament?
It's 7 to 3. So there will be every 2 hours you can have a chance to win big fish in that time period.
Okay.
So every 2 hours we will pay big fish. We will pay smallest legal 34-inch spoonbill from the V of the tail to the tip of the eye. So the smallest paddlefish you also have a chance to win, and there will be first through 10, and we'll have all those posted what the payouts are with people registering. We will have a better idea of that coming.
And so we see all these big tournaments. It's pretty exciting to win this kind of money for catching a fish, but nothing like this. And you mentioned there's a short window. What is the window of time to snag for spoonbill?
So it's going to be from March 15th to April 30th, but this is the first Saturday of the month, the 18th. So They migrate, toward the dam. So they're swimming upstream, to spawn. And that's where all these big spoonbill will get stacked up. And we're having it, at a very, very prime location. A lot of these spots, my whole life, my grandpa, everybody around knows. And that's why we picked Ivy Bend Public School Accesses, because there's already a lot of numbers of big paddlefish, and it's going to be a great event.
That's awesome. Okay, so now this is the first annual Spoonbill tournament here at Lake of the Ozarks for Real Deal Fishing Guides, and you guys are working right now on partnering with new sponsors and people to get involved, because there's going to be all kinds of prizes. So what's your guys' vision for this tournament, not just this year, maybe 3 or 5 years down the road?
Yes, we've got some great sponsors right now, but we also are looking for more people to help us get this event pulled off, and so that we can have it every single year and make this a very, very big, fun event to come out.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so before we go, people might be wondering, okay, this fishing guide thing sounds pretty cool. I didn't know that at Lake of the Ozarks it was year-round. So is the fishing industry at the lake, does it keep you busy through Real Deal Fishing Guides?
Yeah, I'm very fortunate to be able to fish for a living and chase a dream and put people on fish. It is very, very exciting. Lake of the Ozarks is a beautiful fishery. There's just so many numbers. I've traveled all over the country fishing tournaments, and the numbers of fish in this lake, are outstanding. It's very easy to go catch all species of fish at this lake.
That's awesome. All right, so that's Thatcher Waymeyer, Real Deal Fishing Guides, the first annual Spoonbill Snagging Tournament at Lake of the Ozarks, Saturday, March 18th. And we're going to go to lakeozarkfishing.com to find out more, correct?
Yes, sir. Go to lakeozarkfishing.com or text me, call me, 573-789-6262.
The countdown is on. The first annual Spoonbill Snagging Tournament at Lake of the Ozarks. We look forward to it, and we'll be right back on A Cup of Coffee after this.
Hey, you got to join us for Lake TV's Community Spotlight show this week, brought to you by the great folks at COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center. We've got Camden County Commissioner James Gohagan with us. So we'll find out about Mr. Gohagan, where he came from, and what he likes to do. It's the Community Spotlight show here on Lake TV. Be sure to join us.
All right, so listen, Saturday, March 18th, a chance to win $10,000 for snagging the biggest spoonbill.
How about that? And I know some people that have done that. That's pretty awesome. Those are some big fish too.
Yeah, you're not gonna catch me trying. That one of those would eat me.
Wow.
He said, I noticed that Thatcher said prehistoric beast.
Yeah.
They're literally like a dinosaur. It's swimming in the water.
Weird looking fish, but it's kind of cool. People love doing that.
And I think it's brilliant. Everyone's taking advantage of the bass, the crappie, catfish at the lake, but this is the first of its kind. And I have an idea that over the next few years, that tournament is going to get massive.
Yeah. I wonder if those are good eating, spoonbill. I don't know.
We could find out.
Yeah.
March 18th.
Yeah, there you
we
go.
know a guy that can catch them, can fry them. That's cool with his guide services, that not only will he take you out fishing, then he'll cut it, he'll clean it, he'll give it to you. And hey, if you don't want to bread it and fry it, he'll probably even do that too.
You know who's our resident fishing expert?
Who's that?
Our sales manager, Marvelous Marvin.
Is he a fishing expert?
He and his wife are unbelievable fishermen.
All right, so we're going to have the first annual Lake TV Fish Fry over at the St. John household.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We let him off the hook for the Christmas party.
You good with that, Marv?
Jackie, I
Okay.
hope you're watching. We're
Yeah.
having a big first annual fish fry over at the St. John household.
I'm there. Well, and it's not just a household, it's a mansion over there.
Yeah, I hear. I can't wait. I haven't gotten the invite yet, okay?
Oh, man.
I'm not the Bath Planet or the One Source people, but you've been there. They've been there. I just can't wait till Marv and Jackie invite me over.
Oh, yeah, I know.
All right, so as we look ahead, listen, we were talking about this time of year, everyone kind of feeling under the weather with sinuses and colds and flus, and you're tired and groggy. So listen, you did this morning, you went over to New Spring Wellness and you got a vitamin IV drip treatment.
Sure did.
They've got B12 injections, they've got NAD, auriculotherapy, they've got microneedling, whatever that means for women, and they'll do bioplasmic, pull skin cells, repair skin, all kinds of stuff. But hey, maybe you don't have time to go in and do that. Our friends at New Spring Wellness Center have offered a few tips to ways that you can stay healthy during the holiday season. First thing, Chris, something that you and I both love to do, get moving. Any movement counts. Take a walking break, go out dancing, enjoy a yoga class, hit the gym, whatever, but get moving, stay active. Don't get in the habit of becoming a couch potato.
Yeah, I'm real active between the couch and the refrigerator, man.
You know, I always thought how ridiculous that was, because if that's the only exercise you're getting, why not just put a mini fridge right next to the couch?
Yeah, but then I wouldn't get my exercise, right?
That's
yeah,
true.
absolutely.
So get moving. Another thing, wash your hands often. This time of year, there's a lot of germs, a lot of those viruses, and people going out and about. We learned during COVID-19 the way it spreads, and so wash your hands more often. You never wash them too much. And listen, don't use hand sanitizer. Use hot water, bar or liquid soap, and scrub for 30 seconds. And then we don't recommend using a dirty towel hanging on the wall. Use a paper towel. And then listen, if you're in a public restroom, this sounds crazy, but after you wash, don't throw your paper towel away and then grab that handle. Use your paper towel.
Absolutely.
Open it, use your foot to keep it open, throw it in the trash. It's pointless to wash your hands and then touch a public handle.
Right.
You know, you're just
Because
undoing.
there's some folks that don't wash their hands.
Guarantee you.
Right? Yeah.
Actually, they say 85% of people that go to a public restroom don't wash their hands.
Wow.
And they say 90% of all stats are made up on the fly.
So don't lick your fingers. That's for
That's
sure.
true. All right.
Here's
the big one that you and I both need to take notice of. Get plenty of sleep.
Yeah.
That's one of the most important things you can do.
And that's hard for us sometimes, right? I know, especially you and I. We don't sleep much.
No, don't get a lot of sleep. So, make sure you set aside 7 to 8 hours. This time of year, it's colder. Your immune system needs to be well rested so it can fight the increased stuff it's taking on. Make moderation your mantra. Listen. You got people like Mrs. Uncle Kristen and pretzels. You've got Osage River popcorn bringing sweets. You've got all of the people, giving gifts and donuts and danishes and sweets. So make moderation your mantra. Instead of being like me and eating yourself into a sugar coma every night, maybe have a third of that Danish and then have some carrot sticks.
You know what I've learned about me is I can't start. If I have one, I'll just keep eating. So I just have to say no, and try not to eat anything. Because if I get going, it's over.
Yeah, once you start, so maybe just never start.
Yeah.
So if moderation's not in a realm of possibility for you because you suffer and struggle like Uncle Chris with self-control, then don't start. All right, treat yourself. Here's one that we love to do. Hey, relieving stress with something like a massage, a manicure, getting your hair done. Hey, a drip treatment, a New Spring Wellness Center. Invest in your health. There's no shame in taking care of yourself, and it sounds, oh, I'm so pampered. No, taking care of yourself so you can maximize your efficiency and performance is super important.
Especially as you get older, right? I mean, when you're a kid, you don't really notice any aches and pains, and if you do get hurt, you heal really fast. But when you start getting a little bit older, I'm told that slows down a little bit.
Not that you'd know anything.
Not that I would know
about that. Hey, here's the big one. Lose liquid calories, not just things like alcohol, wine, mixed drinks, eggnog, caramel lattes, and hot chocolates, but also your sodas, your sweet teas, your Gatorades, all those sugared drinks. This time of year, we're eating more, we're snacking more, and so you're taking in a lot more calories. Maybe be careful because, hey, holiday season, your family's coming in. No one likes the in-laws. No one likes the stress that comes with. So maybe we drink a little more to try to relax. Well, that's probably not a good idea. So these health tips provided by our good friends at New Spring Wellness Center. And you can go by and see them have a drip treatment.
They're awesome. Chad and Katie, they're awesome. I mean, they're just fantastic people. Even if you don't get a drip treatment, it's worth it just to go say hi to them.
Yeah, I would highly recommend having the Brewer family and their awesome team of nurses in your life. All right, so every single week we do a Hometown Hero presented by Central Ozarks Medical Center. And this week we get the pleasure of highlighting Osage head football coach Shannon Jolly. And this guy, you can say a whole lot about Coach Shannon Jolly.
We love Shannon Jolly. He has been at Osage, left, been at Eldon, come back. He's now back at Osage. And I got to meet his 3 daughters during the coaches show this year. I haven't met his wife yet, but just neat people, neat family, great heart, wonderful guy. He deserves this honor.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Him and his wife, Chrissy, she was able to help us with some of these photos. Been married 19 years, and they have 3 beautiful daughters, Mariah, Stella, and Clara. And so it's funny because, being a football coach around young men all the time, he comes home to nothing but women. His mom, his grandma lives close as well. And so Coach Shannon Jolly, all about his ladies, but all about business when it comes to football, and not just winning football games, but even more than that. Shannon Jolly cares about these young men, and he started the Next Man Up program. Chris, we're both familiar with those. The Next Man Up program is a program for these players to go through, and they have to meet a series of requirements to graduate. But it's bridging the gap from a lot of these young men that may not have mentors, role models, I'll spit it out eventually, or father figures in their lives. And that's what this is designed to do. And this program has taken off. And Chris, so I asked a few people what they could say about Coach Shannon Jolly. Jason Whittle said, Coach Jolly has done an incredible job at Osage in winning games, but more importantly, he's changing the lives of young men that are going through his program. The Next Man Up program is going to have such a profound effect on not just this program, but this school district and eventually the entire Lake community. I, for one, am so proud of Coach Jolly. That's Jason Whittle. Jeff Shore, Camdenton Laker, legendary head coach. Of all the great things you could say about Coach Jolly, the one that sticks out to me is how good he is for the kids and how he wants them to reach their full potential, and not just in the sports arena, but in the arena of life. He dedicates the time, the effort, and the energy to his kids to help them accomplish these goals. Congrats to Coach Shannon Jolly on an honor well deserved. Dr. Laura Nelson, superintendent for Osage, said Coach Jolly's calling in life is to make the world a better place, one person at a time. I'm so happy that he chose coaching at Osage as his means to do it. Coach Jolly is committed to developing individuals who understand the value of others before self, team above individual, and the importance of using personal gifts for the improvement of all. As we all know, that is more important now than ever before. Dr. Laura Nelson, superintendent of school of the Osage. And, I talked with his wife, Chrissy, and she goes, listen, this is our life, not just Coach Jolly, but throughout the year with track and other activities. On Father's Day, she said you should see the amount of text and calls that he gets from people, and she gets Mother's Day calls and gifts and presents, and when people graduate or they go off for their leave or whatever it is, they always remember what Coach Shannon Jolly had done for them. And when you look at what your role as an educator, as a coach is at that level, no one is knocking it out of the park more than Coach Shannon Jolly. And after talking to people that are close to him, it's not just something that you see on the surface, it's something that goes home with them. It's inside his home, it's inside his church, it's inside everywhere he goes. He is consistent. And it's why head coach Shannon Jolly is this week's Central Ozarks Medical Center hometown hero. Big shout out to his lovely wife, Chrissy, and I'll tell you, they're beautiful. Their family is so beautiful. Those three pretty little girls, aren't they?
Yeah, and again, just another reason why this community is so special is because people like Coach Shannon Jolly.
Incredible. So we're going to have to run through sports quickly, but all is right in the world. I know Chiefs fans don't like it, but the Bills back in the driver's seat as the 1 seed in the AFC. Little concerning, the Bengals. They basically own the Chiefs, don't they?
Yeah, they've won the last 3 in a row. I think the Chiefs are like 22-2 against the rest of the NFL the last couple years, and then 0-3 against Cincinnati. So that was a tough loss. They could have won the game, though. Typical Chiefs, they just kind of play at the level of competition. It'll be interesting to see where they go this year.
Next week at the Broncos. Broncos really stink, but who knows? You get a look there at the AFC West standings. They've got the division in a stranglehold. They've got a 3-game lead. That's theirs. But if you look at the AFC standings, pretty congested there. Everybody starting at Miami at 8-4. You see those 5 teams there. It's really anybody's division or conference at this point in time. Hey, on to Mizzou. They're bowling. Who cares? Gasparilla Bowl.
I don't even know what that is.
They make that up this morning.
Right?
They're going to play Wake Forest in Tampa, Florida at Raymond James Stadium on Friday, December 23rd at 5:30. Mizzou basketball. 9-0, one of 12 undefeated teams left. They get Saturday. Again, they're going to play Saturday against KU, the 9th-ranked team in the country. It's at Mizzou Arena. Should be a good one. NFL pick'em. Andrew continues to run away with it.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
First place again.
I don't get it.
Remember what I predicted 3 weeks ago?
I think he's cheating.
3 weeks ago when he went into first, I said, I don't think he's letting go. He's been on fire. I think that continues.
He's been building his lead.
He's going to continue, I'm afraid. All right, upcoming events. Listen, Christmas Parade this Saturday on Lake TV, 1 o'clock. You can watch that on the historic Bagnell Dam Strip, or we'll have that, like I said, live. All kinds of events, appearances by Santa, Christmas lighting, displays, pony horse rides, all kinds of weird stuff.
Wow.
Funlake.com/events. All kinds of cool stuff going on Lake TV. Don't forget, basketball season right around the corner.
Yep.
December 15th. The Versailles Tigers play host to Smith Cotton.
That's right.
All kinds of cool stuff. All right, well, that's going to wrap it. That's a wrap for this week. For Uncle Chris, I'm Wild Will. We'll see you guys next week.